Hello Facebook, hello YouTube watching on Catch Up. Just wanted to say a big hi for today. And I was just saying to our friends actually over on Instagram that we are going to be looking at the changing seasons, and we're going to be looking at ways to spruce up our look, really. I mean, now that it's getting colder, a bit more autumnal, should we be getting into bright red lipstick? You know my thoughts about that. Rupert Kingston and I had a bit of a debate, didn't we, last season? He did actually get me into bright red lips. But I'm looking for something that is a bit more wearable, a bit more natural, just kind of updating, and obviously bearing in mind skin tone and shades and colour and light and all of that stuff. So we're going to be joined by the fab female founder that is Grace Fordor. She is the founder of Studio 10 Beauty, one of our favourite brands here at Earle Wellbeing, and designed for more mature skin. So it's a very edited range. Go on the website, have a look. There's not thousands of things to choose from. She's really clever in that she carefully edits everything for us. So she does all the hard work and takes all the guesswork out of it. Hi, Lisa. Oh, I'm sorry that you're not feeling so great. I'm actually feeling quite good on my Haskap berry powder. Haskappa. Did you remember that live with Dr. Evie? Well, I'm actually drinking this warm. It's a bit like warm Ribena. If you've missed it, go and have a look at the live. This is it. There's a great Liz Loves on it as well. And you can have it hot, cold, put it into shakes, smoothies, all of that. I really like it. So I've got it. Got a bit of a healthy addiction to it at the moment. So the brand that we're talking about, Lorraine, is Studio 10. That's for today. And then Haskappa. That was the Haskap berry. Unbelievably good for the skin. So full of anthocyanins. It's going to keep us all looking 15 forever. Maybe. Who wants to look 15 anyway? Like a bit of character. Let's see if Grace is there. Oh, who's saying hi from Paris? McD. Very nice. Bonjour. Hello, Grace.
Hey, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's a bit chilly though, isn't it?
You know, I love this sort of time of year, but I really struggle because you think, oh, it's autumn, I'm going to go for my nudes and my browns, and then it's really hot at the same time. You're like, well, I want to wear these, I want to wear sandals, or you wear your sandals, and then it's like,
and then your toes get cold. I know, that in between. Layers, that's the answer. Layers.
Layers, absolutely. Oh,
now, I'm hoping that we're going to get cracking because I'm sitting here with not very much makeup on and I always feel a bit naked and underdressed, a bit nervous, especially when the lighting's a bit rubbish. So I have got here, which I know we've talked about before, but I'm sure you've got clever tricks up your sleeve because I've got your Perfect Canvas foundation here.
Yeah. So this is sort of transition, isn't it?
Yeah, because I have got, on my face, I've just got that canvas base from 35,000.
Oh, I love that. The all-day serum.
All-day serum, so it's a bit of hyaluronic acid, a little bit of sunblock, tiny bit of tint, but not really very much. But that's it.
I absolutely love it. It's interesting because I was talking about how the sun's coming in the wrong way. But anyway, what's really important, especially this time of year, is to prime. So classically, we use primers, don't we? Because it evens out the texture of the skin. It gives a nice base for makeup. But it is one step, I think, that's almost too much for every day when you're rushing.
I don't bother with a primer. I also find they're a bit drying sometimes.
They can be quite drying, especially if you've got a lot of silicone. And
yeah.
I'm like, actually, the best thing you can do to prime your skin is skincare. So get that really moisturising, nourishing. And interestingly, I use the 35,000 because it's got all of the nourishing skincare daily moisturiser plus that SPF. And it's slightly tinted. So the other thing that a primer does is it gives a veil of coverage. So it just evens out the skin tone a little bit.
Yeah.
I love. So that's my go-to. Wake up in the morning, put it on, and then I'm ready into my makeup. So you and I both have the same.
Yeah, well, thank you for introducing me to that brand, actually. It was great. It was good, good to share. We do have 15% Liz Loves, by the way. I'm just being reminded, on 35,000 with Liz Loves if you want to give that serum and use it as a primer as a go. So that is what I've got. on my face at the moment, but I'm desperate for more.
Desperate. So, first step is coverage. And it's almost the holy grail in makeup, isn't it? Because we want that beautiful, radiant, glowing canvas. And I just think if you're going to use one product, get your foundation, get that coverage right, because it will make your skin look amazing. So this time of year, I tend to switch up because I think very much in the summer months it's much lighter, tinted moisturiser. But I think as we come into autumn, we need heavier coverage. And what I mean by that, because as soon as I say heavier coverage, people go, oh no, it's going to be thick, it's going to be heavy, it's going to be cakey. So what I mean by coverage to cover the areas that we need to cover, dark circles, redness, pigmentation, age spots, discoloration, that list as we age does get longer. And what I didn't want to use is worry about concealers and colour correctors and foundations. So,
well, also, do you know, I'm finding, and tell me as a professional makeup artist if you think this is true, but I'm finding that the change in the light, when we lose all that lovely summer glow, it can make your skin look quite grey, and it can be quite aging, and it kind of seems to accentuate all the bits we don't want, like the dark shadows and the little kind of dark creases in here and the pigmentation, as you say. We can kind of get away with it a bit more in the summer when the sun is shining, but this change in light, and it gets even worse when the clocks change, because you just notice that everything goes...
It's like grey outside and it makes your skin look grey. So for me...
Let's get rid of the grey.
Yeah, beyond the grey. We don't do grey. So a foundation that gives you that coverage. So it really is one product, cover up even the skin tone. But, and this is the most important thing, it doesn't feel heavy. It feels like cashmere, very light on your skin, nourishing. Yeah. But more importantly, it doesn't look heavy, because makeup that's heavy as we age cakes, it dries out, it sits in fine lines.
Yeah, it's bad, really bad. You want something that's going to be plump and dewy, which is what we all want our skin to look, isn't it? Plump and dewy all the time.
And then the other thing, if you're looking for foundations, and this is the sort of detail that Studio 10 goes into, is finish. Don't want anything that's too mattifying, because a mattifying product looks matte on the skin, which looks dry, lackluster, dull. Okay. So this finish, which I'm obsessed, because this is, I think, the Holy Grail foundation, is it's got a lovely dewy finish. So it's not shiny, it's not glossy. We're not 20 anymore. It's just got a lovely natural dewiness and plumpness.
Do I put it on with your brush?
Yeah. Right.
Which end do I use?
I like to use, look, you can see how much I've used mine. I like to use this end because it's finger shaped, which means
it is.
So
that's clever. So instead of you doing that, you're doing this. Exactly.
So I like to start, and really with foundation, you can put it all over your face, which is what I do, or
here you go, guys.
Cover the areas that you need. So I tend to start in the inner corner of the eye. This is
definitely where I need it, right in here. Let's hope these little shadows are going to go.
And you can see already on your skin the coverage. And because it gives that coverage, but it's not thick, heavy, cakey, it will never look that mask. Do you remember the sort of old-fashioned foundations that almost mask the skin?
Yes.
We want it to look like
you want your natural skin to shine through, don't you, really?
And it's
but
really
you also
important.
want it to cover. We want everything.
Yeah. We do, and why not?
I want it all, and I want it now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we want everything. We want it now, right here, and it needs to be easy.
Liking that.
So with foundation, put it in the areas that you need. Quick. It might be around the nose, on the chin. With me, I've got a lot of pigmentation in my skin, so
I need a bit up here. I think. Pop it. I don't even think I need any concealer under the eyes. Normally, I'd use a concealer, but I think it's actually done the job.
Well, that was part of the reason why I developed it, is that I wanted to have a foundation that I could use under the eye area, that it wouldn't, dry out or go cakey, because the wrong concealer under the eyes, once again, can sit in fine lines.
Yeah, it makes you look older.
I wanted. And the other thing what's really nice is just put a light wash through your eyelids, just evens out any uneven skin tone, brightens.
Yeah, because our eyelids actually do discolour as we get older. You kind of get more of the red veins coming through. So just to kind of even that out, even if you don't follow it with an eyeshadow, it just helps to brighten.
See, look quickly, just one product, how it's given you beautiful skin.
Marvellous. Thank you very much. You can go now.
And then, see you later. And then I've got the dark shade, which
yes, and now tell me about the darker one. Where should I use this? Because in the summer, when I had a little bit of a tan, I was actually using a bit of this kind of all over. It's great value, this palette, because you get the two colours. What should I do with this now? Can I do a little bit of shading, do you think? A bit of contouring?
Yes, exactly. So it's there for you mix and match to get your perfect colour. Obviously in the summer you're carrying more colour.
Yeah.
Or you can do that natural sort of contouring where under the cheekbone, just to give a little bit of definition, the jawline, the hairline. And I don't really like to let's contouring because I always think, you know, we're going to Kim Kardashian our faces.
But it's a bit of shaping, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Little bit of subtle shaping. And because it's slightly darker, if you think about skin is never one tone, so it looks more natural.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be just one, like you've been spray painted, because that's not natural either. Do you know what I do? Because I've got a little bit of a saggy jawline, I think, is I normally put just a little bit under here.
Exactly. And it straightens out the jawline. So, and then it's got SPF 30 as well. So you're getting that extra protection. Even this time of the year, we still need protection in our skin.
Do you know, I'm a huge fan of makeup because makeup is a veil of protection. As you say, it's got pigments in it that are protecting the skin from the sunlight, but also from pollution, from, all the exhaust fumes and the, bad air and all of that. It is very protective, makeup. I think it's, if you get the right one, it's actually really healthy for your skin to wear it.
So we've got lots of questions asking about colour and...
I'm using number 2, the medium. What shades do you have, Grace?
So we've got 5 shades, and obviously in each shade, colours that covers the complete spectrum of sort of skin tones, from pale, light, all the way through to deep, ultra-rich skin tones. But generally, they're quite true to your skin. And actually, what's quite interesting is the broadest group tends to be in the medium. It seems like that's the biggest group. And the thing is, which I'm so excited to say this, it's really hard to buy product online because you can't test it in the store. You can't, try it on. Saying that though, when you've got, store lighting, it's very different to when you walk out the door and you're in broad daylight. But we have our 30-day buy and try promise, which means you can get any single one of the products. You can get this foundation home, try it every single day for 30 days. You could use it up, and if it's not quite right for you, doesn't fit into your lifestyle, I'm not sure.
Oh, come on, after 30 days? You're going to know it after day 1. Come on, that's incredibly generous, Grace.
Well, I think with colour matching, you'll know straight away if it's right for you, right?
Yeah, but I guess the textures and things. You're going to love it. I absolutely love it. What I love is it's so portable.
Yeah,
you've got 2 shades in this tiny compact. So it can go into your bag. If you're travelling, if you're working, if you haven't got much bathroom space, just... This is it. You haven't got endless bottles and stuff and lids to open, and
it is all year round because you could use a brush, which is a stippling. You could use a very light veil to give you tinted moisturiser finish, but the coverage where you need it. So it's like one palette, which was part of the inspiration. Is I don't want different products. It's all year round.
I wish our friends on Facebook could see actually the comments coming on Instagram. Everybody is so in love with your range. The comments from people, because obviously we've done lots of lives together, so now quite a few of the community here, our family, have Studio 10 products, which is great because we can get feedback in real time. And, people are just saying, I love the brush, it's the best foundation ever, I love it, your colours are amazing,
That means so much.
It's so nice, isn't it? Well, that's when you build a relationship, you know, especially with brands and founders, because then you get the feedback over time. And, you know, the reason that you come back time and time again is that everybody loves it so much.
Oh, so that's it. That's stage one.
Okay, that's it. Okay, but there is more, isn't there? Because I have got this little wonder. This little wonder with me. And if you are feeling poorly, if you are, you know, getting over the cough and cold and lurgy bugs that are around at the moment, and your skin feels quite drained and quite pallid, yes, of course there's a discount code. Liz loves. That
and
is
20%.
20%.
Studio 10, because I think it's important to give back. If I can get, you know, one new customer using Studio 10 who falls in love with it, and it makes a difference to not how she looks, how she feels, then, you know, happy,
well, we really appreciate it, because it does make a difference. As they say at the moment, you know, being particularly cost conscious. Okay, so this, I've had one of these since you first introduced it to me maybe 18 months ago. Absolutely love it. It works. It seems to work on every single skin type, colour, age. It's genius. Again, it's a no-brainer. You don't have to decide what colour. This is the colour, okay? This is it.
And it's for me, it's a complexion boost, because when we've used our skin products, the skin products, but as we age, we need colour, don't we? We need that flush of healthy colour. We need to boost the complexion. So most women use bronzer to do that, which is great in the summer months. But what bronze doesn't do, bronze adds warmth. It doesn't boost. It doesn't lift the skin. So this colour is peach based, and peach is such a clever colour because peach is made up of orange. If you look at a peach, half of it's orange, and orange adds warmth, which is why we like bronzer. But peach also has pink in it, and pink brightens. So you mix the two together, and it is the ultimate complexion.
Can I put some on my...
So I use the same brush, Liz.
Do you? You just brush it on?
Yeah. I don't want to end up, especially when I'm in the back of a taxi or on the tube, which I'm often putting my makeup on the tube, is it just gives you that direction. So exactly how you're doing it. I don't know why I'm doing it because I've got it on, but on the apple...
Let's pop some more on.
So a little tip. Apple on the cheeks, and you blend that onto your cheekbone, don't you? I like to go into the hairline, because if you think about it, you're following the natural contours.
Okay, and so around here.
Yeah, just a little bit. And because it's a liquid, it doesn't sit on top of the foundation. It blends and it buffs. It almost melds into the foundation and into your skin. So it will never look like wearing blusher.
No, just look healthy. The foundation I'm using is medium, by the way, I'm just being asked.
So with that, you could buy 2 colours to test the colour and send one back.
Wow.
Just to get the perfect colour. So once you've done the sort of cheekbone, just slightly to enhance, give you that colour, this is the trick. This is Grace's tip.
Grace's tip, okay, pay attention.
Just like bronzer, you put a little bit where the light naturally hits. So into the hairline, down the nose. Okay. Yeah, just that. Down the nose. And I like to put a tiny little bit on my chin just to give it a nice little healthy flush of colour.
There we go.
And then that, see, once again, you see how your skin was very even and flawless, but what was missing was that colour. We need that.
Yeah, the warmth.
The warmth. And then a wash, a tiny wash. This transforms the eye area through the eyelids in the pocket. So you don't need to worry about eyeshadow. You don't need to worry about eye brighteners. It just, for me, boosts the whole complexion.
Oh, yes.
See, look how beautiful that is. And that is really like perfect skin.
What a great pair. So you've got the perfect canvas and your plumping blush. Those two.
Yeah.
Simple. Easy, easy, simple, simple. And then can you retouch with this during the day if you wanted? Could you pop this over, you know, if you were working late or whatever, or going out in the evening, you know, wanting to freshen everything up again, look a bit brighter?
Yeah, I always carry these in my makeup bag.
Really?
And what's because it's liquid on liquid or crepe, as the day progresses, you can just put this on top of it. Whereas when you use powder, it's very hard then to put foundation. You've got to take it off, and who has time for that? So this you can keep building and layering.
Nice.
The only I'll say is cream products, liquid products are not as long lasting as powder. If you hadn't used a powder blush, the powder almost sticks to the foundation or your tinted moisturiser, sits on top of it, and it holds, and then it doesn't go anywhere. But for me, I don't like that look because I want it to look like beautiful skin. Yes. So, you know, course of the day, if I want to touch up, I literally just do a little bit more,
just
this back on, and I'm good to go. And I think it's a much nicer finish for mature skin.
Well, you're still getting that nice, dewy, plump, fresh looking, youthful skin, which otherwise, if you mask it with all the powders, it just gets kind of dull and older, and it settles into the creases and the craggy bits. We don't want it to settle.
Yeah, it's understanding makeup, and I think that was part of what I tried to do, is just make it simple. It doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need time consuming. I mean, who actually has time?
Couple of questions coming in here for you. Could you pop a light dusting of powder over the top if you wanted?
Yes. If you wanted to set your makeup, you would use, I personally, you know, there's fixing sprays, all that sort of stuff. I personally a loose powder. Laura Mercier does a phenomenal.
I've used Laura Mercier powder for years. Yeah.
For years, brilliant, and a very light dusting. We actually have a very exciting powder coming out later on this year. In Italy, I'm so excited. It's going to revolutionise that powder thing.
Let me know.
I'll tell you about that. But yeah, if you just want to get a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But you have to use a super, super fine powder, like the Laura Mercier one is amazing, because you don't want to have this beautiful, dewy, glowy radiance coming through, and then you put powder on and it mattifies it.
And then you've lost it.
And then
I'm going to finish it with your lip gloss, which I love. Remind me, is this the only one that you have?
Yeah, we have two. So in terms of...
Love this shade. Very similar to this, actually. Look, when you look at them together.
Yeah, and that pairs with our lip shaping pencil.
Ah, okay. Maybe I'll do that first. Let me do that first.
If you do your base, and then it's like you need the shape, the two things I would do is I'd always shape the eyebrows as we age.
Okay.
We lose through our brow.
I have my eyebrow pencil.
Is
my
brows,
eyebrow pencil.
Brows.
And I love the fact that your pencils are all double-ended, so you get double value, obviously. And I always take mine down just a little bit here.
Yeah, and that's really where we thin out. So
I'm glad it's not just me. Yeah, because my eyebrows stop about here, but actually I quite like to extend them a little bit.
You know, mine have really thinned out, that if I took this brow pencil off, they would almost end here somewhere.
Really, up here. It's nice just really to be able to fill them in just a wee bit with something very natural looking. Okay. And then and then lips, yeah?
And I haven't done my lips today because I thought
look at that colour.
We could. So whatever you put on your lips, whether it's a gloss, a balm, lipstick, a red, whatever it is, we need shape and definition. It's like Spanx for the lip, shapewear. So with this, it's a lip-coloured lip liner that you just outline your lip. Don't need to fill it in, just to give you shape.
Great. Because our lips also thin as we get older. We lose so much, you know, particularly if we're losing collagen.
Exactly. And because it's lip coloured, you don't need to worry about matching it to your lipstick or your lip gloss. It's going to look like that outline. So you know, bearing in mind like your skin tone and my skin tone, lip colours tend to be quite blue. So this is, it's not, you know, when you look at lip gloss, classic industry benchmark is Mac Spice. For years and years, all make us the neutral nude, but actually it's quite orange. It's got a lot of brown in it. Aren't brown, they've got blue and red in them.
Yeah.
So the idea is that, and I quite often use this on my own, and I don't put anything else on top. That. If I just want that definitely. And then the other end, which Kerry loves this, your lovely Kerry.
My lovely friend Kerry. Yeah. So what am I going to do with this colour?
Well, you know, makeup artists, Kerry always say, put a little bit of sort of highlighter on the cupid's bow. Yeah. Because you want to create that fullness. So with that, you can just outline, and it's got no shimmer in it. It's literally flesh toned. You can just outline your cupid's bow to highlight it.
How about that?
Create a little milk line, and it just gives you that plump, full of lips.
I love it. You know, it's all so simple, and I know there's a lot of ladies here watching, particularly older ladies, saying, "Oh my goodness, you know, where do I start?" So simple. I mean, it's foolproof. This is not scary. It's a lip-coloured lip pencil with that little kind of creamy highlighter, and the same with the eyebrows. Just give yourself a little bit more going on, a little bit more. It helps to lift the eye. It's like a little eye lift instantly, and then, you know, some warmth, some lovely plumping warmth on your skin, and a really, really simple foundation, concealer, everything that just makes your skin glowy and dewy. I mean, super easy. If you're going away or just having that in your makeup bag, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And with that,
put this on your eyelids here, like me.
Exactly. You can fill your lip. I think for me, like mature skin makeup made simple. One is definitely that base. You have to look at your skin. You want to give that, you know, radiant, beautiful, perfect, flawless skin. That's sort of stage one. Stage two is then that healthy flush of colour. You've got lacklustre skin. We need to add warmth. We need to brighten the complexion. And then the third stage for me is that definition, because like you say, we lose collagen, we lose elasticity skin. Our brows thin out, our lips thin out. So we need to add a little bit of shape and definition. And for me, brows and lips. Just face. And then you can add whatever you want, but you don't have to.
Yeah, you can play around with extra colours if you want to, but you know, but you're done basically. Now, before we go, you talked about collagen. Are you still on your Ingenious Beauty? Because I'm on mine.
Honestly,
I keep having to cut my nails, thinking, why are my nails growing so fast? And I think it must be the collagen.
I brought this in because it actually made me laugh. Here is my bottle.
Oh, you've got it in front of you. Oh, and it's empty. It's an empty one. Oh no, I've got a new full one. Ha ha.
I literally. I thought I'm going to show this to Liz because I want everybody to know I take this religiously every single day, and because it's a tablet, not a tablet, but a capsule.
A capsule, yeah.
It's so easy when you go to bed. Yeah. Normally, you're mixing it with water and and drinking it, and I can't be bothered when I'm tired. I want to go to bed. With these, I just literally take 3.
So there is a Liz Loves for this, obviously. I'll talk about that in just a second. But yes, there is a code for Studio 10 as well. So it's Liz Loves in capitals for 20%. Is that right? 20% off, Grace.
Yeah. Someone asked about, which I can really quickly.
About what? Eyeliner.
Mm-hmm. So I think for the eye area, the base is something through the eyelids to brighten, define the brow. If you eyeliner, and I actually use eyeliner every day because I need just a little bit more definition around my eye.
Okay, around here.
So, yeah, absolutely. But I think with eyeliner, my trick is, especially as we avoid black. Black's too heavy, it's too hot. It closes, it drags the eye down.
These are the two colours that I really love, actually, before you go. One is the navy blue, dark, almost bluey black, and then the kind of espresso colour, dark coffee colour. And as you say, much more flattering than plain black. Grace, we're going to have to go, but thank you. I hope that everyone's feeling beautified and invigorated and uplifted for the new season. Come back and chat again soon, will you?
Well, definitely.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Lovely to see you. Bye, sweetheart. Bye-bye. You click off, otherwise I'm going to lose everybody. Wasn't that great? So many good tips. Genuinely so pleased to have connected with Grace. And do you know, it was actually the lovely Kerry September who put us in touch, because Kerry, who has done my face for so many hundreds of years, and she also, I think, works with Grace at QVC and has obviously used her products. And in fact, I think I've got a Studio 10 face on there on the cover of the magazine, because Kerry's got it in her kit and she did the makeup for the cover, obviously, of Earle Wellbeing, which I hope you all have. Is everybody subscribing? I hope so. If you don't want to take out a full year of subscription, you don't have to, because you can just get one copy sent to you if you want to. So do take a look. It's full of really, really good stuff. Other things that you might like to do is that there is a brand new episode of the Earle Wellbeing Show coming out this week. So the podcast, if you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast, it's completely free and it is really good. And we've got such great guests. It's wonderful to be able to just sit and chat and get a really deep dive into a subject that's relevant for all of us, hopefully. Just to say, yes, lots of questions about the collagen. They are the capsules. They are the ones that I really like. I've done a lot of research into collagen. I love the way that these have been proven to withstand the stomach acids. They don't get broken down into the amino acids. The little peptide particles stay right down into the small intestine, which is where they can do a huge amount of good for skin, nails, for everywhere. And if you want to get those, it's Feeling Ingenious is their website. So it's Ingenious Beauty, and their website's called Feeling Ingenious. They are quite pricey, but they're one of the things that I take as a beauty investment. And you get 15% off with Liz Loves. With all of these, though, if you miss any of the codes or want to know anything more, if you head over to LizEarleWellbeing.com, there's a whole section called Liz Loves, which my team updates now on a regular basis. So as some of the codes expire and new ones come on. So if you're thinking back and thinking, oh gosh, I'm sure that Liz was talking about, magnesium, or was talking about something to help with coughs and colds and the immune system, it's all on there, okay? And as they expire, we take them off, but new ones come on all the time. So I know it's helpful when you are looking to repeat purchase. Lots of friends of mine actually repurchasing glutathione from Youth and Earth, which is something else that I'll talk about another day. I'm wearing Asquith, by the way, lots of you asking. So this is bamboo, this is the lovely, and in fact this is a cami of theirs as well. We do have the Liz Loves with Asquith, and it's 20% off, again, super generous. So if you're looking for some, yoga wear, layers, every day. I love their stuff because it's smart enough actually to wear every day, but you can also hop off and do some yoga stretching, or go out for a dog walk or a run or whatever, and still feel that you kind of a little bit pulled together. Anyway, Asquith London gets you 20% off all of that. Now we're staying with a little bit of a beauty theme this week. I'm back with you live on Thursday lunchtime. We're going to be talking about lashes. This is something that we haven't covered, I don't think, ever on an Instagram live or a Facebook live. So we're going to be talking about lash serums and way to get our eyelashes to grow stronger and longer. Have you struggled, perhaps? Maybe with age, maybe with illness. Has it affected your eyelashes? So they are the windows of the soul, apparently, the eyes, framed by our lashes. So I am super excited to be talking about that and having a real focus. But until then, I get my NMN very quickly from Youth and Earth. Yeah, I buy it in bulk. I love it. Have it first thing every morning. More of that another time. Thank you very much for being with me today. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye. Don't forget the podcast tomorrow. Bye.